All right. So we just gonna kind of get into this. As you know, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released a song called WAP. Now, if you hear the lyrics, you know that this is an adult song. It is all the way adult. There is no in between with this song. The lyrics are meant for adults. So basically I would say over 25, but anybody over 18. Now, here's the thing. There are mixed reviews about it. Some people are saying that the song is overly graphic. Other people are saying that the song probably it should have been better with the two of them collaborating. People saying that they expected something better. Some people are saying they love the song and they love the video. Now, me personally, I'm not really a fan of the song, but in watching the video, I gotta admit, take away all of the sexual stuff they doing in the video. Whoever did the graphics and the actual video set design did a good job. Now, as for the song itself, I see why some people are saying they're kind of disappointed with Cardi B and Megan, but like I said, they're not losing no money by what I think or what anybody else thinks. But people are not happy about the song. Now, it's definitely a song that you cannot play around your kids, especially if you got the unedited version, because like I said, it is an adult rated song, hands down. It is. But it does raise some questions because I'm not going to lie, I'm part of the older generation. You know what I'm saying? So I think about when I was coming up that if somebody if you wanted to buy a song like that, like put it like this. I think one of the first vulgar songs I ever bought was probably Eazy-E. Was it not Eazy-E, but NWA. NWA was probably one of the first albums I bought where it was actually graphic. And that time, my mother had to go in and actually buy it because I couldn't buy it. So, and I remember him asking her, have you listened to this? Do you know what's on this? But the thing about it is, when I was coming up, everything was pretty much tapes and vinyls. So it wasn't as easy to access that type of music with that type of language when I was coming up. But see, now that we have the internet, you got Spotify, you got iTunes, you got YouTube. People have the younger people, and I'm not talking about the 18 and older. I'm talking about 10, 11, and 12 and 14-year-old kids. They now have access to basically any song that's released, because as soon as a song is released, it's put out there and they have access to it. So it kind of makes you ask the question, should artists take some responsibility and accountability for the music they release? Because you have to think about that. You got to think about that now. I get it. You might be a Cardi B fan. You might be a Megan Thee Stallion fan. You might be a hip hop fan overall. But you have to consider the fact that music today, who buys music? A lot of people don't even buy music anymore. You just download it from the internet. Young kids have access to music. So that's why I'm saying, do you think that artists may have to take some responsibility? Because it's not like when I was coming up, when you had to go in the store and buy an actual cassette tape or a vinyl record. And then if you was not old enough to buy it, or if it had an adult rating, then you had to have somebody 18 come in and buy it. Whereas now you don't need that. You could just go online. And normally if it's on YouTube, which everybody already knows this, if it's on YouTube, you just do YouTube, MP3 converter, and you got the song. So that's something you got to think about. Now, I've never been a Cardi B fan. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've never been a Cardi B fan. I do respect her story. I respect the fact that this is somebody that came from, stripping and her whole background, and she's made it up into the music industry, and she now has a whole new life. I totally respect that. But the thing about it is, when you put out songs like this, you have to have some accountability, and because, you got this whole women's empowerment movement and all this type stuff, you have to ask yourself, do songs like this set the women's movement back? And should songs like this, because this is what I'm trying to get across. Women say, let me put this up so y'all can see it. Okay? Because women say, because we want to be fair about this conversation now. Because women say a lot about men. So, here's the thing. Women say men sexualize women in songs. So, how do you respond to this song when you got two women who are making a sexual song like this? Now, I'm not saying that if the men do it, it's okay. If the women do it, it's not okay. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to fight the fight or go to war saying that we don't want to see women sexualized in songs and movies and all this type stuff, then you sort of got to hit home with this, women. Ladies, y'all got to start at home. See, you can't attack men. And like I said, I am not saying that men are right. I'm not saying that men who do it are right by any means. But what I'm saying is, you cannot go after men when you got the same songs being made by women. You got to be fair about it. You may not like it, but you got to be fair about it, because that's the big thing right now. Women don't want to be sexualized, but yet you have this song come out, and a lot of women are supporting this song. They riding with it, and like I said, I'm not knocking them. Make your money, and they know the song is going to make money. They know it, because right now Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are probably two of the hottest female rappers right now. And despite the fact that she got shot in the foot, she's still making music. You got to give her credit. 1 foot or not, she out there doing a thing. But you have to ask yourself, is this something that more women are going to approve of, especially with the women's movement? Are they going to approve songs like this? Because, like I said, there is this big movement by a lot of women. I'm not going to say all, but there are a lot of women who feel like they don't want to be sexualized. They don't want to be sexualized in movies, TV, songs, nothing. I mean, they're even trying to change the way women dress on TV shows. So if you got a song like this coming out, can you ride with this song? Can you honestly ride with this song and say, you know what? I stand for women not being sexualized unless we sexualizing ourselves. Because the thing about it is this, you got to think about this. Cardi B is very popular with a very young group of women, just like Megan Thee Stallion. They're both popular with that very young age group. So anything that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion do, the younger women, the high school girls, the junior high school girls, they're going to try to imitate it. They're going to try to duplicate it, because they see the image that they're portraying, and they're going to step up and they're going to jump right on that bandwagon and they're going to roll with it. It's because that's the image they're being seen. And that's what the music industry is pushing. That's what the radio is pushing. That's what social media is pushing. But it goes against the whole thing what women are saying that they want to stand for. Now, the thing about it is this. I'm not saying that women can't make songs or whatever songs they want to make. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to question women on how they handle their business or what they want to do, but there has to be some consistency because when you see all of the comments, and like I said, some people are just haters. I get that. They just hate. They're going to hate for no reason. I totally get that. But then you got some people who are making valid points, and they're like, this is not the type of music that we expected to hear. When you get two of the biggest hip hop, well, I guess you can say two of the biggest female hip hop stars who come together to release a video or make a song, rather, to make a song, this is the best you got. This is the best the two of them could come up with. You're talking about two of the biggest female hip hop artists, and this is the best they can come up with. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said in the beginning, the people who made the video the video is good. I'm not talking about, hold on. I'm not talking about what's up now. The video is good. Now, I'm not talking about as far as, the whole sexual thing, but I'm talking about as far as how the stage set up, a lot of the graphics they did, because the rest of the video is just them twerking, just them bending over, just them showing their butts. I mean, that's pretty much it. Wearing the least amount of clothes they can wear. And I see that a lot of young guys on YouTube who's watching the video is like, oh, this video hot. We love this video. But you're looking at half-naked women. So do you love the video and the music? Or do you love the fact that you got two half-naked women with big booties bouncing around on the screen? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. It's like, what are you really trying to say when you say that you love the video or you love the song? Because it's just kind of crazy that this is music now. This is what we got. This is what we got. This is today's music. And I know people always jump on me when I say this, but I gotta say it. When you go back, and I'm talking about when you go back to hip hop, probably about around like the 80s or the 90s, one of the things you could do is every hip hop artist had their own style. They had their own way of like letting the audience know this is my record, this is my beat. What's up, Steven? You say you got all the celebrity phone numbers? Who you gonna call? They got all of the phone numbers. No, look at this. Steven gonna be talking about phone numbers. They had their own style. So when you heard a Run DMC song, when you heard a song, it was Run DMC, you knew it. You heard Houdini, you knew it. When you heard Eric B and Rakim, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Kumo D, every artist had their unique flow. They did not want to sound alike. They did not want to sound like each other. They wanted to stand out. They had more creativity. Now, it may just be me, but it just kind of feels like when I listen to Cardi B songs, it's like every two songs sound like the previous song. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no uniqueness to her. It's kind of like she kind of reinvents her tracks. Like she take an old track, add a couple new beats to it, and then rolls with it. And she does the same lyrical flow. Now, Megan Thee Stallion, I think lyrically is better than Cardi B. I think she's better than Cardi B. And I would say she's better. I think she's better than Cardi B. But, hey, like I said, neither one of them is going to lose money based on what I say or what I think. But I just really feel like I think from the two of them and the people they got working behind them to kind of help them push their music out, I think they could have put out a better song. I think they could have made something that was a lot better than that. I don't think they had to go the whole sexual and sex route to really sell a song. Now, I don't know if that was a marketing trick, you know what I'm saying, just to get everything out there. Because I know that's been Cardi B's image from the beginning. Cardi B has always been about being sexual on stage, being sexual in her performances. Basically, Cardi B is she's a rapper who strips for her performances. She uses her stripper experience on the stripper pole. Well, she uses her strip dances as a way to make her performances. So that's sort of been her thing from the get-go. So I can't knock that because Cardi B is just being Cardi B. Because I would call her on it if I felt like, oh, okay, this is something she trying new. No, Cardi B has always used the stripper techniques, the stripper dances from the jump. Just, so that's been her. Megan is demonic. Hey, man, I'm not arguing with you. What's that? I'm Key 13. I'm not arguing with you, man. I'm not arguing with you at all on that because that's a good point because truth be told, man, I recognize the fact that that's been her thing from the point. I'm not saying I agree with it because I don't feel you have to do that if you got real talent. And whenever I do music stuff on my Instagram, I get slammed every time by people saying, I don't understand or that's the new way. But when I think about some of the artists who really got their talents, they don't need to be half naked on stage. They don't need to be twerking and doing all that stuff on stage. They rely on their vocal skills. They rely on their lyrics. And that's what really makes them an artist. They don't rely on sex. Hey, you're right, man. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Just because the way they make it right for the people and the young people. Yeah. It's not right. And that's what I was saying in the beginning. I was saying, like, when I was coming up, I don't know how old you are, but when I was coming up, it was real hard to get a hold of that vulgar music. It was really hard. But we didn't have performers doing sex stuff. Okay, bro, we're about the same age. I'm 49. I'm 49, man. When I was when I was coming up, it was hard to get a hold of that type stuff because we had cassettes, you know what I'm saying, and vinyls. So, my bad. I'm just looking at the name. My bad. Please accept my apology. I meant no disrespect. My bad. I really apologize for that. My bad. So my thing is, it was hard to get a hold of music like that. You actually had to have somebody 18 go in the store and buy the music. Whereas, nowadays, kids in junior high school, I mean, we even got kids that's like 10 and 11 that's on the internet that actually can go and just get this music. It's open. It's available to everybody. And that brings back to my original point. It's like, should the artists today have more accountability for the material they put out? Because it's so accessible. It's so easy for them to get. And it's unlike before, you know what I'm saying? Like before, it was hard to get a hold of the music. But it's just, it's tough. It's tough. And I feel sorry for the kids today because they're not getting good music. You in high school? Oh, okay. Hold on. You a good example. All right. What type of music you listen to, Stephen? So yeah, it's they get a hold of music like that. We got Stephen who on here because the internet makes everything accessible, and they already got TikTok and Twitter videos of people who's actually rap music. Okay. So you got people out there who listen to TikTok and rap. They already got women out there now, young women in high school and junior high school trying to imitate Cardi B and Megan. They already trying to do that. They already. Stephen, who y'all listen to? Who y'all listen to at your school? Who the popular rap artists, female wise? Yeah, it's I don't know. I just feel like young people today don't really have a good sense of music because you don't really have that creativity that rap used to come with. It wasn't so easy to get into rap business, into the hip hop or the music industry because everybody had to be filtered through. Whereas now, they'll put anybody through. If you come up and you sound like you can make some money for them, they'll put you on stage, give you a contract, and let you go out there. But people don't understand that though. Them contracts ain't always legit. They ain't always legit. But that's the thing. I don't know. Have y'all heard WAP with Cardi B and Megan? Have y'all heard it? Have y'all seen the video? Have y'all read the lyrics? I mean, have y'all seen it? Because I'm telling you right now, it's some good, some bad, some mixed reviews. Everybody kind of feels a little different about it. You know what I'm saying? Now I've spoken about Cardi B before because I got some issues with Cardi B, you know, because to me, she jumps on the bandwagon a lot of whatever the hottest thing is. And Drake, okay. Drake is not as vulgar. He got some song, but he's not as vulgar. I tried to play music, see what everyone was talking about. I couldn't get to Oh, you say you couldn't get through the first minute? I know. It took me a couple tries to listen to it. It really did. I couldn't. I feel you on that. I feel you. It took me a couple tries to actually just listen to it, to actually try to get through the whole thing. And by the time I was done, it's like my stomach and my head hurt because I just didn't see it as music. I really didn't. Like I said, the graphics in the video was cool, but the music and all that stuff they was doing, I mean, to me, it's like if you want to do all that, just go back to the strip club. I just don't get it. Yep, exactly. You hit it right on the head. Right on the head. That's exactly what it is. And I'm like, I don't know. That's where it's going. They are. You're right. Because that's the music they pushing out now. You know, you got some real talented artists who put out some great music that doesn't have the sexual or the profanity. But that music don't get the airplay. It does not get the airplay. Especially, you know, the only thing they want to push out is that sex. They want to push out all of that. That's what they want to push out. They don't want to push out anything else. Oh, yeah. They showed it. They called it the devil's music. And they were trying to ban it. I remember that. Oh, I feel you now. Because I was one of them argue with my people. I was arguing about the music when I was coming up, the way it sounded. You know, it was cool. Music was cool. But now that I'm older and I have a better understanding of how music can really influence people, especially young people. Now I see I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of music I listened to, a lot of artists that I supported. I realized that I made a bad choice. I really did. Now I get some music. Now let's get this straight. Now some music when we was coming up did have vulgar, because I already know somebody probably saying y'all talking about vulgar music, but then again, NWA had vulgar music. The Ghetto Boys had vulgar music. So yes, I'm not going to deny that. But the thing about it is, their music was more about addressing issues within the Black community. They was talking about what was going on in the streets. It wasn't sexual. It was a few sexual songs, because I know Ice Cube had one, but most of their songs was more about what's going on in the streets. So, but yeah, I will admit Ice Cube did drop one. I can't remember the name of it. The exact name, but I can see it in my head. But yeah, you're right. I was one of the main ones. I was riding with them. But now that I'm older, I really listen to the music. And sometimes I go back and listen to some of those songs that I used to rock back then. And it's like, wow, that was a bad choice. That was a bad choice when I really read the lyrics and kind of get a feel for what they really saying. Because now I'm more of a lyrics person. I don't just go by what the beat or who the artist is. I listen to the music. I'm trying to hear what are they actually talking about? Like, what is it that they're talking about? Like, what are you saying? Are you saying something I want to hear? Are you saying something that really matters? Is it a real love song? Is it a real R&B song, soul song, pop song, even a hip hop song? But unfortunately, song like this WAP, that's what we're getting now. That these are the songs we're getting. And this is what our young people have to go by. And when I think about it, I mean, look at a lot of the young women, especially on social media. Look at their dances. Look at their body movements. Look at how they're dressed. They are trying to imitate stuff like this. They really are. They're trying to imitate it. They are trying to just, that's what they're trying to do. And they're helping them. They're helping them to do that because that's what they want. Oh, you're a YouTuber? Yeah, me too, man. Hey, shoot me your channel, man. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. But yeah, it's like it's crazy. It's crazy, and they're not gonna stop because it's just too much money. It's just too much money. And close your mouth. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. It's just, it's too much money in it right now. It's way too much money. They're making too much money, especially when they put that music in the Black community. It's just too much money. But surprisingly enough, hip hop is actually more popular with the white audience. They are big supporters of hip hop. But it just seems like I just really wish that most of the Black artists who do perform hip hop would just actually make that change, sort of change the narrative of the music. Because you can still make good hip hop music without having to degrade yourself or go back down to being all sexual. You don't have to do that. Hip hop, most people listen to hip hop is for the beats. It is. It's for the beat. As long as they feel like they can dance to it, they'll go with it. They'll go with it. You're right. Yeah, they don't push that. They don't push that though. They don't. They rather push this stuff like WAP. They rather push the sexual stuff, the negative stuff, the stuff that talks about violence. Anything that glorifies sex and wealth and drugs. That's the narrative that they want to push when it comes to music. If you make a song like that, it will get airplay. It will get airplay. I mean, look at this song by Cardi B and Megan. It is by far not even close to being one of the best hip hop songs. Other artists have released songs and they're not getting any attention. This video just came out and already is getting mad attention from people. And like I said, you get mixed reviews, but it's making money because people buying it. I don't know why, but people buying it. I don't get it myself, but that's what people seem to want. They they don't want quality content. They don't want something that's going to stimulate their mind. Even when you had groups like Public Enemy, groups, it was about empowerment of a people, but it was also about pride. It was about knowledge. And a lot of hip hop was about that. Grandmaster D from Houdini had a good point. He said, like, when they was doing hip hop back then, they had an unwritten rule that if you make one song that was negative, you had to make two songs that was positive. Now it's like, don't make no positive songs. You just keep dropping whatever song is going to be as closely related to negative as possible. And that's what they do. That's what they do. I mean, it's to the point now I really can't even listen to the radio anymore. How I used to, when I was young coming up, oh man, I was always on the radio, always tuning in to the radio, flipping back because I'm from Georgia, so it was like Foxy 105 and all that type stuff. So, you'd be tuned into it, going from radio station to radio station. But now, I really don't even listen to the radio like that because the music just it's not music. It's really not music. And even now, when you listen to a lot of the artists that are making music, they're just recycling old tracks. If you really pay attention to the music that you're listening to, you're going to find that most of the artists are really just recycling old tracks. They're just adding a few beats here and there, making a few changes here and there. And you're really getting the same song with either a faster beat or slower beat. That's it. They're just adjusting the beats per minute. That's pretty much all they're doing. You're not getting anything new. They're not adding anything new. And to me, that's the biggest thing about music. There's no creativity now. There's no originality. Even Diana Ross tried to tell Beyonce and all them that, you don't need to oh, bruh, I got to put yours up. Bruh, I'm feeling you on this. That you don't need to do all that twerking and all that stuff. They are, thank you. Yes, they are butchering old samples. And a lot of people don't even realize that half of these songs y'all rocking to are all old songs, old hits, old hits. What's that song the bands play all the time? God dang. Oh, if y'all watch, I love my HBCUs now. Much love, respect to my HBCU bands. But a lot of people didn't realize that, at one point they was all playing that song, I Got Something to Say. And a lot of people thought this was a new song. I'm like, Cameo made that song years ago. That's an old song. And all these songs y'all are hearing are simply songs that have just been recycled. They're sampling for these songs, putting them together, and got y'all thinking, not y'all particularly in here, but, got people thinking that, oh, yeah, I made a new song. You didn't make a new song. You just piecemealed a song together from other artists. And people don't realize that. They don't realize that. And half the time, they don't want to pay the original artist for the tracks that they're using. They complain, but they're not getting their money, but you sampling from other people. And that's the crazy part about it. These cats ain't original. These dudes ain't doing nothing. Nothing. They are not creating new music. Basically, you getting ripped off. Ripped off. And most of these concerts now, they lip syncing anyway. I mean, you're not even getting real concerts. So you're getting fake music, fake concerts, and you paying what most of these concerts cost now. You'll drop $100 easy for one seat, depending on who you're going to see. I mean, come on. You're not even getting what you want. Exactly. Gotta be five. I heard a comedian say one time that they actually need a committee to approve who can sample a song. And I really think they do. Because James Brown been sampled to death. I've heard so many hip hop songs that have borrowed from James Brown. James Brown, Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye. Who's another one? Prince didn't stand for it. Prince didn't like his stuff being sampled, and I don't blame him. I've heard them sample Luther Vandross. Let me see who else. Full Force. Full Force has been sampled a lot. And that's the thing, is like you taking these classic songs, man, and y'all just destroying them. And then what bothers me is you are, oh yes, for real. That dude was about it. That was a true musician right there. James Brown was a real musician. You know, they don't even really credit these cats, man. They don't really credit the original artists that they sampled these songs from. You know, they get up there on stage and make it seem like, and even when they do interviews, they try to make it seem like they put all this together. It's like, no, y'all didn't put nothing together. Y'all need to go back and thank people like James Brown. Because honestly, if they didn't sample, half of them would not even have a music career. They wouldn't have a music career. Pretty much, actually, hip-hop wouldn't even be hip-hop because it's all sampling. But at least some of the older hip-hop artists actually created their own beats. They actually tried to create their own thing. Whereas when you look at a lot of these new ones, man, there's so much sampling. If you take the sampling off their tracks, there is no tracks. There's nothing. They'll probably just use a monotone. If y'all don't know what a monotone is, a lot of artists use what's called a monotone, and basically it's like a little ticker that just gives you the beats per minute. It'll be like, it just basically keeps the tempo. That's all you will hear, because they really don't have music. They don't have anything, because they don't create nothing. Listen, we all can sit down and make an album if you give us the catalog to where we can just go and sit in some room, take bits and pieces of everybody's music that was a hit, and then all of a sudden we put it on the track. Our lyrics don't have to mean nothing, because you already got a hit song. And you know, when you hear a song that was a hit that you remember before, you already gonna jive with that song. You're gonna be feeling that song. You're gonna vibe with it. And they know that. They know it. So they don't need, they don't create nothing. They don't create nothing. So none of their work is original. None of it. That's why I really don't have a lot of respect for them. And I know some of them do good. I'm not saying I don't respect them as a person, because some of them are good people. But what I don't respect is how you're trying to make it seem like you're this big time artist when you created nothing. When you got people like James Brown and Prince that actually sat down, wrote, created, the tracks, the drums, the guitar, the horns, the instrumentation, everything was put together to create a song, versus, us just sitting down. Give me the first five bars of James Brown. Give me 2 bars of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Then give me a couple of beats from Full Force. Then let's go ahead and pull something from Whitney Houston. Of course you're going to have a hit. You're going to have a hit. It's easy to have a hit that way. But that's where we are with music today. Like we said, the old music process was artists had to be vetted into the music industry. Artists had to be screened, they had to be processed, and they don't do that anymore. They don't do it. If you come in sounding like you got something that'll make some money, they'll put you in a studio, smash something out, and as long as you're making money, they'll work with you. Until you start selling, and they're going to dump you. That's how it is. They don't care anymore. Artists don't care. We don't have those real artists that care. Should we barely even have, now that I think about it, I'm trying to think, do we even have any real singers? Like true vocal singers? Like people who can get on the mic and honestly blow. They can sing. I'm trying to think. Now, Johnny Gill can still sing, but you can hear it in his voice a little bit. You can tell he's starting to get, his voice is not as strong as it was. Yeah, we lost a lot, man. Gerald Levert, Luther, Whitney. So we lost a lot. A lot of great singers, and we're just not getting them back. They're just not being replaced. Nobody listen to Maxwell. If you try to get the younger generation to hear Maxwell, they ain't trying to hear Maxwell. They ain't trying to hear that. No, they ain't trying to hear that. But that's just that's the way music is today. You know, it's unfortunate. And I feel sorry for our younger generation, man, because I don't think they're ever going to really get to experience true music. And I normally tell people, go back and watch some of Prince, because you can find Prince videos on YouTube now. Go back and watch Prince videos and really, just really listen to this man perform live. I mean, listen to what it sounds like to see a true musician on stage. Michael Jackson was probably one of the greatest entertainers. Just watch him when he performs. I mean, you just don't get that anymore. James Brown, a legend. Just watch how you can tell how serious and passionate he was about being on stage. Let me see what you got there. Damon Dash said, to be a successful artist, you got to know how to perform. There you go. There you go. There you go. And most of them don't know how to perform on stage. You're right. Most of the artists today do not know how to perform on stage, because most of the artists today believe in an entourage. That's their performance, an entourage. They don't try to connect with the audience. They bring about 15 or 20 people out there. They all walking around. Most of them don't know how to capture the audience. They don't know how. Man, listen. Well, listen. Da Vinci, boy, man, you done hit a nerve with me now. Not against you, but against the artists. Because so many of these artists are auto-tuned. They're auto-tuned. They can't sing live. They're auto-tuned. They are auto-tuned. Man, you are right. That's what they are. Studio artists. That's it. That's it. You take them out the studio, they nothing. Nothing. Man, what that, Steven? You said you perform on stage? What you do? I know you said you're a boxer. What you do on stage? You sing or what? But yeah, man, they are studio artists. Down to the T. They are studio artists. That's it. No real skills, no real talent. I mean, because I remember when singers could get on stage and just hold a crowd with their voice. They can hold a crowd. They could hold a crowd with their voice. They didn't need all that jumping around. And I understand there was always dancing, because even Big Daddy Kane them had Heavy D, they had the dancers, but it was more about their skill set in dealing with the audience. They knew how to connect with the audience. You go to concerts now, half the time they want you to sing. They want you to sing. They'll let the music play, and as soon as they hear the artist sing, they'll stick the microphone out to the audience. They'll let the audience sing a whole song, and the singer will actually be up there like he background singing. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me I dropped $150 for this concert, and you telling me you want me to sing? You better put that microphone to your mouth and start making words, because a lot of them, they don't sing anymore. That's why I would love to go to a concert and see where the crowd cheers at the end of the song, but don't sing during the song. Like, make that artist sing. Make them sing. Because a lot of them, they don't. They don't sing anymore. I just really feel bad. I do. I just feel like, a lot of people are, I just feel like music-wise, the fans are getting cheated. The fans are really getting cheated music-wise. We're just not getting quality music. We don't have quality entertainers anymore. So we're not getting it. And that's how we end up with songs like WAP. That's it. That's it. And this is the best we got. Just think, if you think, what is it? I don't know if she's still on here. Hold on. Let me see. I'm Key. I don't know if I'm Key still here or not, but I think, it's like when you think about, let's say 20 years from now. 20 years from now, when somebody say, "Oh man, what was the best song y'all used to listen to?" You know what I'm saying? What song did y'all dance to? What was the hottest song? How you gonna feel telling people, WAP? What was that song about? Yeah, it was basically about the. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna feel? And that's the song you got to tell people was the best song for this year. That was the hottest song. And they go look up the lyrics. That's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. It felt good to be able to say, well, what was the hottest song when you was in high school? You'd be like, BBD, Poison, or Whitney Houston, or Luther Vandross, or New Edition, Barcades. I know some of y'all don't even know who the Barcades is, but when you got songs like that, it makes a difference. It makes a difference in one trophy. What did you do, Steven? That's what I'm asking. Like, what did you do on stage? So it makes a difference, because you got to look back. And I still say, I honestly just feel like you can't have songs like this WAP song and just have like, this is the impression for the young women. This is the impression. And think about if you was an artist now and you just dropped a song, take the money out of it. Take the hit. Say the song is a hit. Take the money out of it. How would you feel to see that song? Okay, I got you. How would you feel if that song, you look on YouTube and you see like 12 and 13-year-old kids dancing like they were in that video, or trying to dress with outfits like that with nothing on but little stars, for the women on their breasts. I mean, how, honestly, that would kind of make me feel like, dang, maybe I need to rethink how I do all this. Maybe I need to rethink, some of my music. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to kind of like elevate my game to put out something that's a little more positive. But that's today. That's how they do it. And just like Key was saying, that's what they're pushing. That's what they pushing. Sex, prostitution, drugs. That's what they pushing. And you know what's sad? At one point, the men were very bad about compare what even. The men were very bad about actually. Okay. The men were very bad about actually doing songs like this. Now the men have kind of toned it down, but the women side have kind of picked it up. So it's kind of like, what can you do? Compare WAP to even Destiny's Child Survivor. Yeah. I'm like, that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison. And it's like, what can you do? What can you do? What's up, Hot Pank? It's just crazy the way everything is going. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? As long as people buying it and people paying for it, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing it. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep it going. And I guarantee you, if this WAP song ends up being, let's say it goes gold or goes platinum, I guarantee you they're gonna come out with something even more graphic. They're gonna come out with something worse. But now they're trying to say, well, Lil Kim used to do this type of music. How come nobody saying anything about Lil Kim? Well, it's the same thing. It's like I said before. When Lil Kim was doing music, it was pretty much cassette tapes and CDs. So the whole internet thing wasn't that big. So it wasn't that readily accessible like it is now. You know, people, you didn't have access to it. You didn't have all the streaming. You didn't have the YouTube and all that type stuff. So, but now that you got all that, it's accessible. And there's no restrictions. Like when they put these, like you can get the dirty version of just pretty much any song on YouTube. There is no age restriction to stop somebody from getting that song. There's no age restriction. There's nothing to say, oh, you're underage, you can't get it. So what do? Then people tell parents, well, you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing as a parent. Parents can't be there 24/7. If you give your child a phone, guess what? They got access to the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect, there you go. That is a perfect way to put it. Being an artist with a big platform is like being a preacher. Which direction are you leading? There you go. That's the best way to put it right there. You can't even argue with that. You can't argue with that at all. And most of them, the bigger the platform they get, the more they sell out. The more they sell out. They do. As soon as they get that big platform, some of them, they just lose all morals. All morals. They don't care anymore. They're not even trying to go the right direction. They're not even trying to be a positive influence in the community. All they're trying to do is get that next check. That's it. That's it. Yeah. They don't think about it. They don't think about that. They don't care. Because they on that platform. They want to keep it going. The fame, the fortune, the money, you know. It doesn't bother them that they're leading people the wrong direction, or they're leading people, let's say they're leading people to a life of sin. They're leading people to do immoral acts, or, you know, they're affecting a person's beliefs to whether that person feels like, oh, so Cardi B was like, I hear a lot of women say, well, you know what? Cardi B was a stripper. So if I become a stripper, then I can become an entertainer. A lot of people follow them based on that. A lot of young women really think that exotic dancing is the way to go because she did it, because she publicizes it so much. She still brags about going to the strip clubs and giving strippers money and supporting them. And I'm like, you got this huge platform now. You on a national platform. You mean to tell me the only way you know how to support other people who are getting into the strip game is by going to the clubs, having them dance for you and throwing money at them? That's it? That's the only way. You can't be more of a positive influence by finding out, like, are they trying to go back to school? Do they have a business? Supporting their business. Giving them other options. You got mad connections. I'm Key. Oh, Key, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. You don't went there. You don't went there on that one. Yeah. I honestly thought that more people would have said something about that when all that came out. I was really surprised. It died down so quick. So quick. I mean, because she openly admitted that she was drugging men and robbing them. But it was kind of like, it's Cardi B, it's okay. But her doing that, I mean, what do y'all think? Does that give a pass to other younger people to thinking like, well, shoot, I idolize Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She did it. I'm gonna do it. I don't think they realize they have that influence, that they have that effect on people, especially the younger generation, because that's her audience. That's her audience. Her audience is the younger generation. Yeah, I mean, I know a couple of those guys came up, but I don't know. I'm really surprised that didn't go anywhere. Oh, oh, okay. I didn't even know that. So Megan's going to nursing school, but she doesn't say it in her music. Yeah, see that, but now that's a good point. Why would you not say that? Why would you not mention that? That would be something different. See, that's the type of stuff that you would think. Like, to me, it's like, why not mention that? I didn't even know that. She going to nursing school. I mean, dang. I mean, does she realize how many young people would look at that? That would have more effect on a lot of young women. Probably young guys too that really follow her. I mean, she should be promoting that instead of all this other stuff she doing. Out here getting shot in the foot and talking about it. She ain't gonna let nobody slide no more. If anybody slide on her, they're gonna slide out and all this other type stuff. See, that's the type of stuff she needs to be saying. I don't understand that. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it is to influence in a negative way because none of them speak on the positive stuff. None of them speak on the positive stuff. It's like, why not share stuff like you're going to nursing school? Why not share stuff like you're supporting other people? I don't understand why you want to stick to all the negative stuff. Especially Cardi B is to the point to where she can make decisions and change some things. And she's just, but you got it right. She probably sold out. Yeah. It is backwards. Right is wrong and wrong is right. It's not about doing the right thing anymore. It's really not. It's not about doing the right thing and trying to help people. It's not about being morally or ethically right. It's all about just doing whatever. Man, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's one of the things that drove Prince to his rebellion against Warner Brothers. Because remember when he wrote slave on the side of his face? Muhammad Ali even said that. When you get to a certain point, you got to decide like how you gonna cater yourself when you get money. You know, when you get famous, you get rich. Some people simply they don't care anymore. They just go with the system, whatever the system says. It's like a factory line. Whatever the factory line is pushing out, they right there with it. I see you saying. You say you got 4 sisters. Oh, okay, all right. Much respect. But yeah, it's like it is like a crab in a bucket mentality. You know, they really just don't think about what they're putting out there and how it's affecting people. They really don't. And they don't care because there is no. I want to see one artist just actually just like publicly say like, I'm not doing this type of music anymore. I mean, just put out a positive album. It don't mean the album can't be lit. It don't mean the album can't have no dope beats on it. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean it can't be a dance album, but at least just try it. I think they think they sell music to the public like we're so stupid that if it's not half naked women, sex, or men talking about killing, like black men talking about killing other black men, that we won't have an interest in it. And I really don't get that. I really don't get it. Yeah. Yeah. See, and like I said, but and you're right. Even got a little cussing in it, you can still keep it positive. You can still keep it positive. You can make a positive songs. Some of the classic hip hop songs were positive. I mean, there are songs that you can play right now from the 80s and 90s that were hip hop and positive. If you turn them on in the club, people will dance. They will dance. You put on Kid and Play, your cat died. And Steven, what are you talking about? If you put on Kid and Play, people gonna dance. So you can make music like that. Shoot, Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Hammer songs. You can make music like that. Yeah, I know, right? I know, Key. I know. I know. I know. I feel you on that. Yeah, it's like you can make songs like that and people will still buy it. But that means you got to be willing to sit down and make good music. You got to be willing to make good music. And you got to be willing to make good lyrics. Key got me laughing. You got to be willing to have good lyrics. And they don't want to do that because it's too much work. You know, it's too much work. They want prefabricated songs now. That's all they're trying to do is prefabricated songs. Nobody wants to create original content anymore. They don't want to do the work. So, you know, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. That's the music world today. That's what it is. That's what I don't even watch stuff like the what you call that? The BET Awards. What's the other one? Grammys. I really don't even watch that stuff anymore. I used to, but I really don't even. I don't even watch it. I don't watch it at all. I can't stomach it. I really can't. I can't stomach it at all. All right. It's about time to wrap this up. It's been about an hour. So, yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all on here all day because I'll ramble all day about this. All day long, I'll be rambling about this. But definitely I'll be checking back in. Probably go grab me a little lunch. But y'all be good. Dang, I need to make sure I follow y'all. Let me see. Oh, listen, I don't even fool with cable. All that stuff on there now, they ain't no. No, I heard. I read what you were saying. I got you. Me neither. Because they ain't talking about nothing. It's a waste of money. It's a total waste of money. They have you on there with all that. And what give me by cable, I said I'm gonna get off. What give me by cable is they'll sell you 200 channels and 80 of the channels be the same thing. Oh, you in Cali. Man, listen, California's expensive. I was in California when I was in the Navy. Good grief. Let me tell you. California is expensive. When I hear people say they're trying to move to California, I'm like, you better have your bank account fatten up because California is not cheap. Because I live in Georgia, and in Georgia, shoot, you can get a 2-bedroom apartment for like $630. Not in California. At least not when I was there. You could not get a 2-bedroom apartment for $630. Yeah, Cali, you can't be wasting money like that unless you got a real good job. Man. Ah, dang. Yeah, because most people I know who are in California, they work like 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, there's no, unless they got a real good paying job. Most of the people I know in Cali, they got like 2 and 3 jobs. I mean, because it's for real. You gonna pay. Okay. Oh, you got small business? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's but that's what I do. I got my little side business too. And it's tough. I know like out here it's costly, but for you, I know it's a whole nother world. I can't even compare to what you probably paying out there in California. What's your business? I show some support. Oh, that's your rent? Dang, that's a house note. That's a nice house too. Oh, you in a condo? Okay, okay. Man, yeah, California is no joke. 'Cause when I was in San Diego, and I lived in Chula Vista. Because I was in the Navy when I was in San Diego. So yeah, I stayed in Chula Vista. So oh yeah, you definitely spending some change. You darn near listen. You'd be balling if you was here in Georgia. Shoot, that's the thing though. But the good thing is you got a business, so that's good. Because if you got a business, that kind of help balance things out. That's actually smart because a lot of people don't even think like that. Don't just rely on other jobs. Get your own business. Get you a business so you can try to set yourself up. So you ain't got to work for nobody else. That's yeah. Real estate's a good thing right now. That's not a bad idea. That way, basically, somebody just paying you. All you got to do is just get the property, and you just collect. Hey, I think it's good that you started it. You got to start somewhere. I mean, but that's how you get started. Shoot, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of people are so afraid to even start a business that they just want to keep, I call it chasing paychecks because they just go from job to job trying to make $10 here or a dollar more there or $1.50 more there. Start your own business. You may have to kind of break even after the first couple of years, but you really want to start your own business. You want to get your own financial freedom. So nobody else is telling you when you can go on vacation. Nobody's telling you when you can take time off. You want to make your money work for you. That is smart. That's why I started my own business. I was really tired of actually just working for other people. So I'm trying to make it so I can actually get myself to where I'm just full time in my business and I'm no longer working for nobody else. 2018 will start popping in 2020. Okay. Actually, this is a good time to start a business. It really is. A lot of people think it's not because a lot of people think that to start a business that you need to be in a brick and mortar, that you need to be at like a shopping center or something like that. There is so many things you can do from home as a business, and people don't realize that. Exactly. Keep elevation. Keep it going. Keep it going. Cause what I found out, I think when I first started, people was like, everybody was people laugh at you. It's like, well, why you want to do that? Why you want to do that? And that was a mistake I made when I was younger because of some things I wanted to do, and everybody kept telling me, "Oh no, that won't work," so I didn't do it. So when I got older, later than what I wanted, but ultimately, I finally got my business going, and I'm like, I'm not going to stop now. So no, that's smart. That's smart. Stick with it, and it will work. I wish more people had that mindset. Start your own business. That's a good point. I got to remember that too. I got to remember that. I got to remember that. Yeah, because I am kind of hard on myself sometimes. I'll be like, dang, if I would have started this back when I originally wanted to, I would be this at this point by now. But you know what? It's going good, so I ain't complaining. Oh yeah, we good. We good. We good. That's true. That's true. That is really true. It's amazing what you learn when you get older versus when you're younger. Oh dang. He was 60 when he started that? Good grief. And that's a nationwide multi-million dollar business. Gotta keep things just sticking with it. But I like doing I like my own business. Oh yeah. It's even to the point now where you can even buy this stuff in the frozen food section. I mean, they really branched out. They making money on their product. I ain't mad at them though. Mm. Kay. You want to? I would share it. I don't want to share your stuff without your permission. I'd rather have your permission. I know some folks just throw people's stuff up, but I'd rather have somebody permission before I do that. Because I'm all about supporting other people. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. See, we got to support each other. We got to support each other. I think a lot of people just don't. They don't get that aspect of it. You got to support each other's business. If you can't do that, okay, yeah, you got a nice little site. Oh man, no, you did. She said, "I'm old school. I refuse." Hey, see, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that they go and pay people a ton of money for something they can do if they just sit down and take the time to do it. And people don't realize that. Oh, see, that's how you do it. I did the same thing. I did my website myself. I was not going to pay somebody hundreds of dollars that if I just took the time or just asked a few questions here and there, like, no, 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 no. Because I'm quick to do my little research and figure things out instead of just throwing out money. Like, no, because it's got to be a better way than that. No, see, because it's all about you. You got to work together. But you got a nice website. No problem. I told you, I am so all about helping to promote people and share people. I mean, even on my podcast, you know what I'm saying? There's a lady in Atlanta. She's got a company. She has her own personal assistance business called Ledge Concierge Services. So she don't pay me nothing, and I'm always promoting her stuff. Like every time I do a little commercial break on my podcast, I shout her out. I always shout her out. Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm always, if you got a business, I have no problem, trying to show support, help get you out there too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, that's my thing. It's like, you know, don't sit there and don't want to help nobody, don't want to work with nobody, don't want to do nothing. I can't stand when people do that. They don't want to support other businesses. They don't want to, help promote other people. It's like, no, don't do that. You see somebody trying to start a business, somebody trying to come up, help them, you know what I'm saying? Show love. You gotta show love. I know that do look good, don't it? You sitting here, she about making me hungry. I'm gonna have to order some stuff from you, Key. Blueberry infused, strawberry infused. You know what? I got to order some stuff from you. Y'all check out her Instagram too. Okay. Where's your about us? We're gonna put your about us back up there. Yeah. The video says she global now. Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna order some stuff. I gotta look at it. Yeah, because I can look through it. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you got a business, that's good. And that's a good business. That's a good business. And you say you really growing? Sure, we might see you on Shark Tank one day. Not trying to get a deal. We might see you on Shark Tank and people trying to get you to invest in a company. You might be sitting up there next to Mark Cuban now. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Definitely, definitely, yes. Oh, you stay busy then. Yeah, you busy. Yeah, that's definitely you putting in some hours. You putting in some real hours. Because it's the same for me right now. I ain't. Sometimes I do be working on my business at my job. You know, when I get a little downtime, I'll be trying to squeeze in every little second. Let me get this out. Let me get that out. So yeah, so no, I definitely understand that. I definitely get that. Because right now the main job is paying the bills. So I totally get that. Yeah, that's the thing about it. And I think a lot of people don't understand that aspect of a business. Oh, do you use that? What's that thing? I don't even know if the post office still doing that now. They was doing the small business pickup, but I think you still got to be present though. I don't know if they can just. I don't know how that works because I was doing it at one time. Oh, you do everything by you. Oh, you like me then? You running solo with it? Oh wow, yeah. Now that's so you putting the product together, packaging it, and shipping it. Yeah, that definitely is time consuming because that does take time. Because you got your regular job, and you got to do the preparation part and the packaging and shipping, and not to mention the everyday things in your personal life that you still got to put together. Oh, that'll make it so much easier. Yes, yes, that'll make it so much easier. So much easier. Because then your everything is already pre-stamped. You ain't got to deal with, yeah. At that point, you pretty much just drop your stuff is pretty much just drop and go. Yeah, because I know they're not, well, I'm thinking of the big ones like for corporations, but yeah, they do cost a little bit, but they worth it though. They are definitely worth it because that's all your stamps and everything. Oh, that's perfect. That'll save you so much time. That is really gonna save you time. Because I know the post office used to have them. They used to actually allow you to dang it. See, I got outdated information when it comes to that part of it. But yeah, but that's gonna save you time. That'll cut some of your time in half. And I think that's the biggest thing about a small business because it's like for me, you were like HR, you the website, you the accounting, you the IT. I mean, you're everything. You are everything when you're a small business and you're doing it by yourself. You have to manage every aspect. But it does feel good when you get stuff done and you did it by yourself and you hear other people talking about they got 3 or 4 people or 10 people and you're like, I knocked that out by myself. Yep. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, the venture right. Once the money grows, you'll be able to hire. That's because that'll be a definite weight off your shoulder. But at least you're doing it the smart way. You're letting your company grow and not trying to do not trying to create so much extra expenses. Yep. Because I've seen people who try to start a cleaning business and instead of just trying to start off with like a couple of places that they can manage, they try and go and get corporate offices like in these buildings with like 6 or 7 floors and it's just them. You got to be careful. Don't outgrow yourself. Yeah, so not being in a hurry, that's a smart move. Because a lot of time people just they try to do too much too fast. And then they find themselves in debt or they realize that they didn't do the right tax paperwork and all that type stuff. That's why the best thing to do is just pace yourself. You know what steps you need to take next. But yeah, I trust me, I feel you. Running a business is no joke. It's very rewarding, but it's some work. A lot of people think you say you're gonna start a business, you go get an LLC, and all of a sudden, you know, you in the Fortune 500 magazine. It's like, nah, don't work like that. There's a lot of logistics that goes into it. I've had my website hacked by somebody in Korea. I had to pay to get that cleaned up. Every time somebody clicked on my website, they was getting products from all different kind of crazy places. So I had to get that cleaned up, and you want to sound professional in your phone line, and so yeah, it's running your own business. That's you definitely get applauded for that. You get applauded and recognized for that because that takes a lot. That speaks a lot about your character and your ambition. Because most people just kind of sitting around, just kind of like chilling, ain't really trying to do nothing else, ain't trying to build nothing. So yeah, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. So it comes a time when all that just gotta. Hey, we're in the same boat. The same boat. Mine just kicking off too. But I'm enjoying it though. Long as we enjoying it now. That's the thing. Long as we enjoying the ride. Yeah. Yeah. Because it just shows that there are more. Let me take that Cardi B thing off here. Yeah, it just shows that there's more to come. More positive stuff. More positive things that are on the way. And that's how you got to look at it. It's going to get better. Every experience is a learning experience that's going to push you and elevate you to a whole nother level. I do. Let's see. Instagram. Uh, 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 it should be. Did that show? Yeah, let me put it up here for you. Actually, you know what? Since I'm already in here, let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm more active on Instagram than the other stuff. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was trying to ask him what his Instagram is too. Because I think his thing goes in and out. Let's see if I can get his. It's not that man. Okay, I'm gonna follow you also. Let's see. See if he got the same name. Was it Jay Da Vinci? He might have the same name. Let me see. I meant to ask him, did he have a what does he do? Like, does he have a business also? JBN. Oh, K13. Okay. Mine, yeah, I can't remember where mine is. I think mine is, let's see. Rich BM11. Okay. Mine is Reggie. Is the same, so but don't have that underscore. Yeah, trying to see if I can find Da Vinci, but what's it? No, I can't seem to pull him up. I don't even think he on Periscope. I don't even know if I still got Periscope on here. I should have it. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to see if I can find him. Yeah, I can't seem to find him. Oh, he might be back. Vinci, that's you? Let me see. Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna follow you. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna place an order, show some support, show some love. What is this? Yeah, I think he said he gonna place one too. Yeah, I can't seem to pull him. Oh, people. Well, there we go. Okay, I did follow him. Uh, thank you. It's been a pleasure also, and you have a great day. Yeah, I don't have too many on Periscope. Most of mine on Instagram. I got a good sized business people I network with on Instagram. I need to be more active on Periscope. Okay, yeah, I need to do better on Periscope then, because I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and of course LinkedIn. But that's kind of like automatically filtered through that little social media app, so it just posts stuff. But yeah, I need to do better on Periscope because I do be forgetting, because sometimes it is like feel like it is impossible to keep up with all this social media.